and welcome to this week's prep video. So the Dallas game starts in about an hour, so that's how long we have to get this stuff done. So this week I'm prepping for myself, and I'm not doing so much prep for the kids. I did do like a protein baked granola bar, not even granola bar, like oatmeal baked protein bar kind of thing for them. And I'm also going to do taco meat for quesadillas. I might make some egg cups for them as well. But I probably won't film that as this part, just because there's other stuff that I want to get done that I want to show you. Not show you, but do with you. So I'll let you know what we have going on. I'm prepping for myself this week because I'm really trying to stay on track, and it's been really hard for me to stay on track without having food prepped, because I find that I'm just like waiting until I'm starving and then I'm eating crappy things. Mom life, we can all relate, right? So I'm going to be doing some chicken meatballs as like little protein snacks. I'm going to be doing chicken patties, like sausage patties, for breakfast. I did make some protein bagels. If you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you go over there, because I do post a whole bunch of recipes. I usually post a recipe every day there. And I did just post my protein bagels there. So I'm going to be having a protein bagel with the chicken patties, the sausage patties. And then for lunch, I'm going to do like a teriyaki beef with butternut squash. I was going to do acorn squash, but it was kind of expensive. Sorry. Excuse me. It was kind of expensive. So I'm doing butternut squash, and because I have so much to do, I'm gonna be honest and say I didn't want to cut it all up and like prep it all. So I did get a frozen bag of butternut squash. So I have it kind of like defrosting a little bit. I just put the entire bag in a bowl. I'm gonna let it defrost a little bit to get some of the moisture out of it, and then I'm gonna like just season it and bake it and do it like that. So first things first, I'm gonna get our beef into the pan. So I'm gonna do 1 pan of taco beef and 1 pan of just like regular seasoned beef. For my teriyaki beef, I'm gonna season it with garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper, ginger, and yeah, and then I'm gonna cook that up, and then I'm gonna add teriyaki sauce at the end. For the taco meat, I'm literally just gonna add taco seasoning. So, oh, and also for my chicken patties and my chicken meatballs, I've never done this before, so we'll see how it goes. I do have all of these like little bags of like 1 piece of chicken. This bag has 2 pieces of chicken. And I didn't want to buy ground turkey or ground chicken because it's so expensive right now. So I found all of these little like 1 piece, 2 piece, and I'm going to try and grind it myself in my food processor and make my own ground chicken, because like I'm pretty sure it's like $7 for like 1 little thing. And I need quite a bit of it. So we're going to see how that goes, and I will show you everything in a minute. Let's get started. Okay, I'm also doing everything seasoned almonds. If you have not made these, like, you're not living your best life. They're literally so easy, and they're so good. So I'm not even really measuring. I'm just gonna put however many like almonds I want in a bowl. Ooh, brother, ooh, look at this almond. Like, okay, Costco. So I put, I don't know, maybe about 2 cups of almonds. And then I'm gonna take egg whites. You could definitely use like a whole egg, but this is convenient and I always have egg whites. So I'm gonna do like enough just so they're all like wet, so that my seasoning will stick to it. In the Clubhouse everything bagel seasoning. We live in Canada, we don't have Trader Joe's here. Feel bad for me. So I'm just gonna like toss the almonds so they're evenly coated. So like you just want them, if you can see, you just want them like wet. You know what I mean? Like you don't want a whole bunch of like egg whites in the bottom of your bowl. And then you're literally gonna take your seasoning, your almond seasoning. You could definitely do like if you wanted to do Cajun, if you wanted to do tahini, if you wanted to do like chili lime, you could literally do, if you were gonna do chili lime, I would say I would do like, I would season with chili powder and salt. I would bake them, and then once they were baked and still hot, I would add my lime juice. I wouldn't add the lime juice before they were baked. You know what I'm saying? So this is gonna be one of my snacks this week. Here we go. So you want them like really nice and coated. You see what I'm saying? And then we're gonna put this on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper, and we're gonna put it in the oven at 275, and I'm gonna like zhuzh them around every like 15 minutes, probably for about an hour. And you want them like as evenly as possible. Like obviously you're not gonna sit there and like put every single one in a single layer. I mean, you do you, boo-boo, if you wanna do that, but I don't wanna do that. I'm gonna put these in the oven, and I'm gonna set the timer for 15 minutes. A big bowl layer, and I'm gonna start grinding, like processing my chicken. Let's hope this works. It better. That's all I gotta say about that. So, I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't work. The texture might just be a little weird, which is fine as long as it's not like huge chunks of chicken. You know what I'm saying? So, what am I saying? Oh, right. So I used to buy ground turkey at Costco. They used to have like the ground one in like the 4 packs that you could buy. And I think it was about $20 or $21 for the 4 packs. I don't know where you are, but where I am, they don't have that anymore. It comes in like a big, long tube. And it's more expensive. I'm sure you get more, but I do buy it occasionally, but I'm gonna try this and see if it works, because I feel like cost-wise it would be about the same. And I really don't like the texture of that. And sometimes I find with like the meat in a tube, maybe this is just me and my brain, maybe this isn't true. You never really know like what's in there. Like I feel like they use like really crappy pieces of meat. So at least I know that this is like straight chicken breast, you know? So this is something else that I need. I need like an actual food processor, because all I have is this thing. So we're gonna do like 1 breast at a time, and hopefully it doesn't take me 8 million hours. And I'll put you down here so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna like cut it into chunks, and then we're gonna food process it, and we'll see how it works. Moment of truth. Okay, so this worked really, really well. I'm very excited. Okay, let me like show you. Okay. I'm so smart. Oh, I'm so excited that worked. I was very hesitant that that was gonna be bad. Huh? You never know until you try. So I'm gonna do the rest of this chicken, and I'll see you back here in a minute. Okay, so that worked like amazingly well, and I have about, I would say like 3 pounds of ground chicken here, and it probably cost me half of the price of buying the ground chicken in the store. So the first thing I'm gonna do is the chicken meatballs, and I want them to taste like Thanksgiving. I am gonna season with mustard, and like I feel like mustard powder gets not even like a bad rap, but it's so underused. Like, I don't know anyone who has mustard powder. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't know anyone who has mustard powder like in their arsenal. And if you don't, you should, because it doesn't give it like that yellow mustard flavor. It honestly just like brings out so much flavor in the food. So if you're not using mustard powder, you should. And I'm gonna use onion and garlic, obviously. And I'm gonna use sage and poultry seasoning. The main spice in poultry seasoning is sage. So if you have one or the other, that's totally fine. But I just really want that like stuffing flavor. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna season all these up, and then I'm gonna start rolling them into balls. Okay, so I made all my meatballs, and now I'm gonna cook them up on the stove. All right, this one I'm just gonna use taco seasoning. I'm just gonna use a bunch of taco seasoning in this one, and I'm gonna add like a cup of water. This I'm just gonna turn on low. Yeah. I'm just going to add a cup of water to this one, and I'm going to let it cook. Turn it up a little bit higher, and I'm going to cook this until it's no longer watery. And then this guy, we're going to do salt and pepper, garlic, onion, ginger. I haven't put it in the thing yet. And I'm also gonna add this thick teriyaki sesame oil and soy sauce to this one. I like a lot of sesame. And then some teriyaki. Oh. Got some on my fingers. Oopsies. And then these are all cooked, so I'm just like stirring to combine all of these flavors. And now these are both done, and they're really good. And I'm just gonna put them in a container. I'm gonna let them cool down first, and then I'm gonna put them in the fridge for the week. Also, I get these containers from Costco. You get like, I feel like there's like 100, maybe not 100, but like 50 of them for like $10. Feel however you want to feel about plastic. This is just what works, and it's convenient, and I don't worry about it like getting broken in people's lunch bags. So this is what we're putting our meat in. So these are the same pans I just used, but I just washed them out real quick, and I was going to bake the sweet potato or the butternut squash, but now I'm too lazy and I don't want to do that. So I'm just gonna put them in the pans here, and I am gonna they're a little wet, so and I'm gonna cook my meatballs and the squash. So for the squash, I'm gonna use some coconut oil. Coconut oil in the pan. For both, actually, I'm gonna cook my meatballs up in this one. And honestly, I'm not even gonna wait for this pan to heat up. I'm just gonna throw my squash in with my seasoning. For my seasoning for my squash, I'm going to use a little bit of cloves. Like a little bit. Like I can't even, like it's like a blow. I'm going to use a little bit of cinnamon, and some salt. And that's just it. And I'm going to like cook it until it's a little bit caramelized. And now I might use some more. Don't mind my stove. It's just because I didn't like dry the bottom off. before I put the heat on it. Okay, so I'm gonna put my, I was gonna say my coconut meatballs. I'm gonna put my chicken meatballs in the pan and just cook them up. You could also bake these. You could air fry them. I'm just already at the stove, so I'm gonna cook them this way. But it would be super easy to like throw these on a sheet pan and cook them in the oven. And while this is cooking, I am going to make my sausage patties for breakfast. Okay, so I'm making my breakfast sausage patties. I put some breadcrumbs and some oats with it. So I am gonna season this with, again, lots of sage, cloves, like maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon. I need marjoram, so hopefully I have some. I don't have any marjoram, so we're not using marjoram then. And honey, if you had maple syrup, you could definitely use maple syrup. I do not have maple syrup. I just use the rest of it in some granola bars. Salt, obviously. And I'm just going to mix these up. My hand is like frozen. Okay. I'm gonna use this plate that my meatballs are already on, and I'm literally just going to like form them into almost like burger patties. Okay, so these are the everything almonds. They're too hot to eat right now, but they're so freaking delicious. I'm gonna let them cool and then I'll store them in an airtight container. Okay, so the Dallas game is on. I need to make it snappy, but I wanted to just show you all of the food that I prepped. There is a like protein bar brownie that I didn't show you on here. I did it before I started recording this, but if you're interested in that recipe, it will be on my Instagram once this video is posted. So I will quickly show you everything we got going on. So this is the beef, the Japanese and the taco meat. This is the butternut squash, the meatballs, the turkey breakfast patties, the almonds, and then these are the bars. They are really good, really high in protein, really high in fiber. They're nut-free, gluten-free, and sugar-free. So if you want the recipe, go check out my Instagram.